everyone, welcome to the 2022 Bayview Merchants Association Holiday Celebration. We're super excited to invite everyone in, having an amazing time. We've had a great year, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but we're looking forward to a new year and we want to celebrate and close out this year. All right, y'all, let's go inside and let's see the action.
To actually get to know each other and sit down, talk, exchange cards, whatever you need to do, see the same faces so that you get to trust one another and you get to work and have that synergy. But the Bayview Merchants Association usually works behind the scenes. We're not on the front lines in terms of, we're not on the corridor, walking up and down, and we're not doing those kinds of things that boast and promote and advertise what we're doing. What we're here about is to support all the businesses and organizations that call Bayview, Hunters Point, the place where they work. And that's what we're all about. So I want to give you a little overview of what we've accomplished this year, and we're going to do that with our president, Al Williams. And I want to also introduce, before Al comes up, the other members of Bayview Merchants Association. So Marcia, and I'm the treasurer. We have Al Williams, who's our president. We have Dante Ball, who is our vice president. And we have Marcus Carr, is our secretary. And we have our board member, Andrea Baker. All right, so these are the folks that are working behind the scenes, so we don't get paid to do this. I just want to let y'all know I haven't got a paycheck yet from anything I've done here. But the satisfaction of knowing this business community is thriving in the Bayview.
Thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Marcia, and welcome everybody here. We're really glad you came today. I think one of the most important piece of today is Bayview Merchants bringing together segments of the community to honor four people who've done great work and continue to do great work in the community, in the business sector, in the service sector, and throughout the community. Bayview Merchants, I'd like to particularly acknowledge the presence of Mel Washington, who's with us today. Mel and held it together for years in advance of much further along than it would have been. So it's good to see Mel again. Bayview Merchants Association was formed in 1925 and incorporated in 1939. It is one of there's some debate about it, but one of the oldest merchants associations in the city of San Francisco. And it's been doing work. One of the interesting things that Bayview Merchants, when it was formed in the 11th Articles of Incorporation, one of the things he said they wanted to do was bring light to the 3rd Street corridor. There was no lighting out here, there was no transportation out here on the 3rd Street corridor. And as you see, we have lighting now, we have T-line running through. These are all things that Bayview Merchants has been a part of over the years to improve the quality of life. Bayview Merchants is a little bit different than most merchants associations throughout the city. There are 35 merchants associations throughout the city that are part of what's called the Council of District Merchants. And we are part of that Council of District Merchants. Dante Ball is our representative there. and advocates for the interest of Bayview. But what makes Bayview Merchants unique is Bayview Merchants is not just concerned about the merchant corridor. But Bayview Merchants is a community organization that's concerned about community building and how the community exists and grows and thrives, not just business. The business corridor is a critical and important part of that, make no doubt about it, but it's about the broader sense of community. So we're happy to have people here today who are representing different segments of the community. What we've done, is pointed out the light, bringing light to the corridor. It's always interesting because if you notice the Christmas bells are up now, they go up every year magically, and nobody seems to know who's responsible for them. Who put them up? But the reality is the Bayview Merchants were responsible for initially getting those lights put up. Now it's become a part of the city and the city tradition to just put them up. DPW just comes out, and one day all of a sudden you look up and there they are. But it was Bayview Merchants in that tradition of bringing light to the corridor. Consistent with that, we have another thing that I don't want to forget to mention is when you come back this evening after 5 o'clock, after sundown, the good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. What you're going to see is the string lights along the corridor that are up and from Newcomb to Quesada right now. We were successful in getting some grants from the Council of District Merchants from Avenue Greenlight, which is a foundation of creators and nonprofits to help fund activities in merchant corridors throughout the city. So we were able to get a grant from Avenue Greenlight and from Parsons through their community services program, the Public Utilities Commission, put up what I call the twinkle lights, or the decorative lights along the corridor. And they're going to run from Evans to Williams. And they should be up in a week. We wanted to get these 3 blocks up at least by the night so you can see them. And if you look outside, when you go outside and you look up, you'll see the lights are strong. We're getting them plugged into the electricity today, and we'll be on from, I think they said this, because it's solar, from dusk to dawn. And we're doing that as part of our work with the rest of the community because there's been a lot of vandalism on the corridor. There's been some concern about safety on the corridor. And we think this lighting will help to bring people in the community down to the corridor where people feel safe. And as I say that, I want to just touch on the fact that while there's a perception, a creative perception, that Bayview Hunters Point of the 3rd Street corridor is more dangerous and unsafe, is the most dangerous and unsafe place in the city. The reality is that that's not the case. If you look at the data, there are other parts of San Francisco that are much worse than the Bayview is. But the perception is, the stereotypical notion of the perception is that Bayview is bad. And we've got to change that. So we've got to work not only with the merchants, we've got to work with homeowners associations, we've got to work with tenants groups up on the hill to bring people down to the corridor and shop. We're also working with the PDR sector, production, distribution, and repair sector, all in this other area of 94124 is a part of Bayview Hunters Point DMA's service territory. We've got to get those businesses to start shopping and buying products and services from people on the corridor as well. So those are our objectives and things we're working on going forward.
I'm Dominic Ball, chef and owner of Global Social. And I received a few awards this year, and I got the Trailblazer Award this year from Impact, and that meant a lot. I had to do some reflection on when we honor folks, when we show the community the great work that people are doing. That's a really important thing. So I took that award to heart. It made me want to do more good work. What I thought about was, what have I accomplished, and what more can I do, and how can I help more people? And so when we're giving these awards out today, it's a part of our thought process. How do we honor the work that folks have done this year? I watched a really great documentary on Bayview over the last 100 years. and we've done some really great work in this community, right? And so today we get a chance to honor folks that have done great work this year and been doing great work through the pandemic. So that's a little bit about what the Jefferson Award is. It's really honoring folks in the community. So.
Paul is the chef, owner of 3 Bayview restaurants, All Good Pizza, Tacos, and Cafe Alma. She's a longtime resident of Bayview Hunters Point and the board president of EDOP, which works to encourage and preserve African American businesses along the 3rd Street corridor. She's recently launched the 3rd Street Claire's Club as a temporary activation project in one of the vacant storefronts on 3rd Street. Now, Kristen is a mom, an artist, and a fierce advocate for the community she feels fortunate enough to call home. In March 2021, Kristen received the Jefferson Award for Public Service from KPIX for feeding the Bayview's most vulnerable residents and being a champion for women and ethnic minorities business owners.
Thank you so much. I say this all the time, but I really just feel like I'm just a little piece of a humongous community working together. So I feel really proud and honored to be able to work with everyone in this community. I'm always here for everyone. If anyone that you know ever needs food, I'm your girl. And so is Dr. But that's what we do. That's how we work, and it's really just an honor for me to be able to do what I do. So thank you so much.
Our next award winner is Barbara Otto. And Barbara brings with her a wealth of knowledge and connections to Bayview Hunters Point community. Having been the Bayview resident since 1993, and from her work as executive director of the Bayview Opera House, a historic community arts center, from 2009 to 2022. An immigrant from Germany, she has had many businesses, from sale making, working in public arts sector, to placing art in Silicon Valley corporations. She's now focused on the future of the Hunters Point shipyard artists, protecting and expanding the last refuge for artists in San Francisco. And in June of 2022, Barbara received the Jefferson Award for Public Service from KPIX.
Well, I'm very honored. Thank you all for coming and being here, supporting the work of the Bayview Merchants Association. It was one of my first partners when I took over the art house in 2009. We started with the bells, we started with the holiday tree and all that kind of stuff. So it's been great, and I'm glad that Bayview Merchants Association is still active. Now, regarding my current work, I'm out at the Hunters Point shipyard, so you may not see me much on Church Street anymore. As I live up on the hill in between. But the Hunters Point shipyard artist, it is really, as Marcia said, the last refuge for San Francisco artists, and we're working on expanding affordable studio space where artists can work and develop their craft and really be artists. Being a student and beginning artist is not something you can really make a living out, and any San Francisco restaurant. So if you want to come out this weekend, we have our last event, public event of the year on Sunday, 11 to 5. It's the Christmas shipyard artist holiday party and art show. It's just an informal event. Just walk around. You don't have to buy anything. Artists will give out little treats, cookies they bake, and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun. Thank you.
Our third honoree is Veronica Shepard. Is the director for the Office of Anti-Racism and Equity at the San Francisco Department of Public Health. She's a native of San Francisco's Bayview district, and she uses her connections to rally the faith-based community to make sure underserved African Americans live healthier lives. Veronica founded the San Francisco African American Faith-Based Coalition in 2016. The coalition distributes hundreds of boxes of fresh produce and poultry from local food banks to dozens of churches in San Francisco. The food giveaway is just part of the work of the coalition that partners with dozens of churches to tackle health problems among the city's underserved African Americans. In September 22, Veronica received the Jefferson Award Silver Medal from KPIX-CBS for creating the coalition to make life healthier for the underserved community.
I'm not good at this. I don't need awards to care about this. It's about my ancestors.
Come on.
Little did I know, as a little girl, walking up and down 3rd Street to the post office, I used to be on Fuller Pharmacy and all of these businesses that one day I would be awarded for doing what my mothers and fathers and their family did. When you love a community, you love what you do. You don't need an award, and I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. But I wake up every day standing on the shoulders of people who decided to live through the horror and the Holocaust of slavery. They had 2 choices in those slave dungeons that I have been in many times. Those of you who know me know I traveled intensively. I've lived in West Africa and Ghana and have been there 5 times this year already, trying to create sister city partnerships with San Francisco and Accra, Ghana. Because they live as challenged as we do in a city that has great women. So I heard in the dungeon, they said they were in this dark space in horror, and they had 2 choices: to live or die. I am here for those who live. So I thank you, because what I do is not just for Veronica. It's for all the Veronicas, all the brothers and sisters who wake up every day not knowing how their day is going to unfold. And it takes all of us. Many of you in this room have been a part of this work I did. It's not just me, it's all of you. We care, we love, we give, we laugh, we cry, we hurt, we have heartaches, we have secrets. We as Black people are in pain. I work for the health department. I know the data. We're suffering in a wealthy city. So it's this village that is lifting us up, that's got lights for the holidays, changing the narrative that this is not a bad neighborhood. It is great. So I say this on behalf of all the people I'm in this room with and those that I serve. Thank you.
Andrea Baker is described as a serial entrepreneur, starting several businesses from catering to gifts in a span of a decade, including a long-time consulting business, Andrea Baker Consulting. She's come a long way from her college days at Cornell University, where she studied hotel and restaurant administration. Andrea is now the CEO of Into Action, a nonprofit she started in 2019 that empowers and supports several dozen small business owners each year who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color. Into Action's free incubator training program helps entrepreneurs get permits and grants, grow their online presence, and sell their products through pop-ups and events. Andrea received the Jefferson Award in September 2022 from KPIX for empowering underserved entrepreneurs with free business development training. Andrea also serves on the executive board of the Bayview Merchants Association, and we're so happy to have her.
I kind of feel like I should say ditto, but I want to start by thanking the Bayview Merchants Association, and in particular Al for his leadership, and Marsha for putting today's event together. Yes. I want to recognize my fellow warriors and all of you, as Veronica said, that are in this room, because all of you challenge each and every one of us to do more in community and more for community. So thank you all. I also am incredibly grateful to my team. Together, every day, we are building the train tracks as the train is coming, and the trains are still on time. It's all because of them. Thank you. For Byron, whose endless love, truth, and hugs give me the energy to keep doing this every day. Thank you.
Because I know that all of you are running successful businesses, and this is the holiday time, so we usually make all of our stay in the black money here, right? So I don't want to drag this on. I do want to invite you to join the Bayview Merchants Association. During the pandemic, we kind of gave it a hiatus and didn't charge our membership fee, but we're starting in 2023 anew. We want to get done and get through some of the things that are on our strategic planning list, and we need your help. Please join us by signing up either online or paper forms over here, and join us so that you can stay in the loop and that we can count on you to keep us moving forward as a vibrant community in the Bayview. Last words.
Yeah, just a ditto to what Marcia just said. But I want to be clear, part of Bayview Merchants' uniqueness is our bylaws incorporate membership not only from businesses and merchants and professional service providers, but to nonprofit organizations and any community group that wants to be a part. We have this openness to be a part of the Bayview Merchants Association. It's not just restricted to corporate businesses. So those of you who represent other organizations who'd like to be a part of this, we welcome you